What's up, guys? It's Ali again. Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to my channel. Um, thanks for the support, guys. All right. How was your day, guys? How was your day? How was your day? How was your day? My day was good, man. My day was good. It was great. It was awesome. Today it was very chill. Cold state. It was mellow, like a mellow yellow. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good day. Whatever. All right. I'm pretty sure you can tell by the title of this video. Hmm. Self-sacrificing. Self-sacrificing. I feel as if when we talk about sacrifice, because a lot of people do it, self-compromising for other people to make them feel comfortable. Um, People get in relationships. People be so insecure with themselves and have so low self-esteem to the point they will settle for anything just to feel good about themselves or to feel balanced out within themselves. A lot of people sacrifice themselves for people that they shouldn't even be around, honestly. People that they would never be with. People that don't want to be around them. And everything always lead back to the parents. Because the parents, they so it supposedly sacrifice themselves. But when you self-sacrifice yourself, it can either be good or bad. It just depends on how you look at it. Um, it could be a right or a wrong. Self-sacrificing, a lot of times when you self-sacrifice yourself, I feel as if, and just general knowledge, self-sacrificing is supposed to be from a positive place. When you self-sacrifice yourself, you trying to get somewhere. You're willing to let go of these things that serve you no good. You're willing to let go of people that don't serve you no good. You're willing to move out of an area that no longer accept you. You willing to change your ways to be a better person. That's self-sacrificing. You may be sacrificing for your career to move to another location. You got a great job opportunity, a job that you always wanted to do, something that you're very passionate about. You probably got this deal. You probably got this online business. You probably um you just sacrifice a lot of good. You sacrifice yourself for a lot of good things. You might didn't have nothing growing up. Artists does it all the time, but when an artist, when they first get into the industry or whatever, blah blah blah, they don't have nothing. So for them to have something, they have to let go of the old things. They have to let go of the people. They have to take a risk. When you're self-sacrificing, you're taking a risk. You don't know the outcome of it. You don't know what's gonna happen on the other side. You just in a situation that an unknown situation, uncomfortable situation. You don't know what's gonna happen, but you willing to take the chance, take the risk, and see what's out there and see what's gonna happen. But that is self-sacrificing. You sacrificing yourself for something good. You're willing to take the chance, which a lot of people are not willing to do. That is sacrificing for something good. You self-sacrificing your old self for the new version of yourself. That is self-sacrifice. You willing to stop hanging around certain people to better yourself as a person. That is self-sacrificing. Self-sacrificing is not. Let's make that very clear. It's not you sacrifice yourself to be a broken version of a person that you are not. That is not self-sacrificing. You're not sacrificing yourself for somebody else's comfortability. That is not self-sacrificing. It can be, but you're not sacrificing yourself. You're sacrificing your soul. That's just the God unbelievable is the truth. You're not sacrificing for nothing good. And a lot of times, parents always say, I'm pretty sure you guys always heard this growing up from your parents. They always say, I sacrificed to have a put a roof over your head. I sacrificed my life for you. I sacrificed this. I sacrificed that. But when you really look at around you, what did they sacrifice? They sacrificed themselves for the parent, the father, or did they sacrifice the kids? Because you have nothing to show. So what did you sacrifice? Especially if you was a parent, or you a parent and you got a family, or whatever. A lot of people, you look on the internet, you see a lot of people sacrificing themselves to build a better life for their kids and to build a better future for their kids. So their kids won't have to struggle and go through the things that they go through. But you see a lot of people that, say they sacrificing families. A lot of families, I'm going to say black and white, but they have nothing to show for them. So it's like, what do you sacrifice? Or you say, oh, well, I put a roof over your head. You was going to do that anyway. What, you gonna sleep in the woods? You was gonna go get a house anyway. You had no choice. You weren't gonna let your kids sleep out in the middle of nowhere. So that's just a responsibility. That's just something you commonly do. As a parent, you want safety for your kid. You want security for your kids. You want your kid to feel comfortable in the home. You want them to have a bed. You want them to have clothes. You want them to have memories. That is something as a responsible parent gonna do for their kids, for the safety and the love of their kids. But when you really look deep inside of it, you didn't really sacrifice, because that's just a common thing that everybody has. So when you really sacrifice yourself for your kids, you know, something positive, something major come from it. Maybe you just go back to the things I was just saying. Maybe you just started a business. Maybe you change your location. Maybe you want to rebuild and start all over and raise your kid in another area or whatever. That's self-sacrificing. Maybe you got into college. Maybe you just got a promotion, a big promotion. Maybe you just got into an internship or something. Or maybe you just opened up a salon in another state or something. You know, and you took your kids and you start over. That's sacrificing something for something good. But you use your kids to justify your excuse for your behavior and things that you didn't do, you wanted to do that you didn't do. That's just pathetic. That's not good. That's bad parenting. Let's just be honest. So yeah, it just sounds like you just sacrificed your kids. You just made up an excuse for your kids, for you can have a reason to tell everybody, oh, I did this for you and you and you and you, when you really did nothing. So, yeah, if we're gonna have serious conversation, let's have the conversation that need to be had. Let's talk about it. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being brutally honest. It's how I know how to be. This is me. Hey, people find offended when it comes to the truth, but the truth is the truth. I love having conversation. I love having serious conversation, and I feel like this is something that everybody should talk about. Let's talk about it. Why are we running from everything? If we're gonna call ourselves grown, if we're gonna call ourselves man and woman, we're gonna hold ourselves accountable for our actions. They start here right now. But that's all I wanted to say for today. That's all I wanted to say. We're gonna be sacrificing ourselves. Sacrifice ourselves for something positive, something good, something that's gonna come from it. Not something that's not gonna come from it. Let's just stop. Let's stop normalizing and making things justified for our actions, because excuse for our kids say we sacrifice ourselves for our family, put a roof on. You was gonna do that anyway. You was gonna do that anyway. You didn't need your kids to get a house to put a roof over your head. You didn't need your kids for that. You was gonna do that anyway. It's just everybody gonna do that, cause don't nobody understand an uncomfortable situation. Let's just be brutally honest. Come on, guys. But yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say, man. Don't sacrifice yourself for nobody. Love yourself. Appreciate who you are. Don't be around people. Don't peer pressure. Don't let people peer pressure you to do something you don't feel comfortable in. Stay in your truth. Live in your truth and be you. Don't bend for nobody. Don't bend to anybody beat or rhythm. Bend to your own beat and follow your own rhythm. That's all I want to say. Until the next video, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video and like what I said, leave your comments down at the bottom, because I would truly love to hear what you have to say, man. So until then, you know what it is. Hope you have a good evening. Until next time, peace.